Hi folks, we're back with another video on shortcuts. We have seen in the previous videos of shortcuts the power of scripting in iPhone using the Shortcuts app. Today we are going to further explore on the structured flow and menu option. And we'll use an example to calculate the simple interest on a principal amount, or which otherwise are going to take some steps. So what we're going to do is we're going to bundle those steps and we'll create an app-like entity on the home screen, so where you can just tap on and enter the principal amount, rate of interest, and then you can calculate the mode as such. So let's begin. So let's first look at the calculation of the interest. For example, I'm taking 6.5% per annum. So I'm dividing it by 12 so to get the monthly interest. So monthly interest would be 0.541. So I'll use it on a principal amount of 20,000. So 0.541% equals 108. This is my monthly interest on 20,000. So let's see for quarter. So I just have to multiply this into 3. So 0.541 into 3 is 1.623. So this would be my percentage that I should calculate on quarterly basis on 20,000. This is going to be so it's 3 to 4.6, which is 3 to 5. So let's see how to convert these calculations using Shortcut. So this is my Shortcuts page. So you can see all these icons are shortcuts, not the apps. So the one with the percentage is what we are going to look at. So once I click on it, so it gives me a prompt for principal amount and then rate of interest. So I'm using the same example what we calculated earlier. So 6.5% per annum on 20,000. So and then it gives me a payout mode menu, so I can choose any one of these 5 items. So I'm selecting the quarterly one, so it gives me 325 rounded, if you remember. So and similarly, let's look at one more example. So again, for 20,000 we'll use the same percentage, 6.5. Then this time we're going to choose half yearly, so that gives me 650. So that comes very handy in order to do this kind of calculations. So we'll see once again 20,000, and this time we're going to see for all the options. I mean, I want to see for all, so I can use all of the above options so that I can see it for all the modes. So monthly, quarterly, half yearly, yearly on 20,000 at 6.5% annum. So all the text is something which you can design, and then the values you can put some variables is what you can do it in the scripting. So let's see how is the code behind that's working, which you can create of your own. So you can make such applications of your own. So let's see the code. So for which we have to go to the shortcuts, and once you long press the shortcut, you will see the different shortcuts that you have put in. So there is the interest payout. So long press it and click on the body of the scripting text. So these are different steps which go in sequential mode so that you see the results as we have seen. So let's look at one by one quickly in order to understand what they are and then how you can actually code them. So there's the task ask for input, so that's what being used here. So you see in the show info, you can see ask for input, so where you can take the input as a number, and you can mention the title there as principal and the default number if you want to put it either 0 or any other number. So here in this case it's 10,000, so that's how you're seeing 10,000 once you click on it. So then I'm setting that provided input into a variable called principal. So don't get confused with two principles here. One is the variable name, the one is the title. Just to be clear, on the next part of it you can see it very clearly that I'm asking for the number input for rate of interest. You can see allow decimal numbers in the option is enabled, so that you can type in decimals. And the variable this I'm using is ROI, rate of interest, and the provided input value will go and sit in that particular variable. So any point of time down below in your scripting, you can always use these two variables in order to do the calculations. So here you can see the rate of interest is divided by 12 in order to get a monthly interest, and then I would divide it by 100, the result, and then the result of that calculation I would use to multiply with this in principle. So you can always check on this calculate expression is what I have used here. So you can always click on it and then you can put the values as shown here. You can round it is another function or another task which you can use for the calculation result to be rounded to ones place here. Maybe you can use tens, hundreds, or whatever the desired value that you want to. Then I'm setting it the rounded number to a variable called m, just to denote a monthly. So ROI is divided by 4 and then ROI is divided by 2 in order to get quarterly, half yearly respectively, and then divide by 100 in order to get it for yearly. So you can see a similar kind of calculation is done for each of the values. So I'm using this option of choose from menu in order to provide the menu option to the user. So you can actually get that by using choose from menu task. You can just type in menu in the search action as such, so where you can actually add the menu items. Here it's monthly, quarterly, half yearly, yearly, and then all of the above. So there are 5 items. I can always add new item here, so you can click on the new item and can actually add any further menu items as you want. I'm just typing XYZ here. Now as you can see, go down, if you as you add the items, the menu action items are also being increased automatically, so that you can write the task that you want when the user selects the particular item. So when somebody selects monthly, so it comes to this monthly part and then try to execute the task under which mentioned there. So it's here allow the short show alert monthly, the alert, and then you can put the value here. So similarly for all other options, and for all of the above it's little different. Here is that in the alert you are going to show principal and the rate of interest, and then each monthly, quarterly, half-yearly, and yearly values. So after the labels, which is like a static text, you can always add the dynamic variable names over there. The title on various modes is something which you can change always, and then the rest of the things will be displayed. So you can always run this while you're on scripting itself, so that you can always see whether it comes to the desired output, and then otherwise you can always make the changes until you make it finalized. And then you can always click on the details and then can add it to the home screen if you wanted to. So here in this case, the shortcut name that comes in as the name by default. You can always change it. I'm giving it as interest payout IP. I can always change the icon, choose it from the photo. I have already one which says simple interest, so I'm just choosing that image and I'm going to add this into the home screen. So now you can see, apart from the earlier one, I have another one, so both are denoting to the same shortcut, so I can delete one of them. So now you can see this IP is the same shortcut which we just coded. So here it is. So this is very handy, quite helpful at different times, so whenever you need to make different calculations. So as you see, you can create customized applications by scripting in the shortcuts, and then can put in the home screen, so it makes a very handy applications which is created of your own. So there's no need to go through Play Store or something. You need not have to install anything. You just have to create your own applications, put in the home screen, and customize it on your own way. So that's quite a powerful thing there. You can always think of whatever as per your creativity in order to create different kinds of apps. So that would be useful for you. In fact, once you create it, there are options in order to make it available for others also, so that they need not have to code this all over again. So they just have to get this straight away, and there are options to do that. So probably you can explore more on that, or probably I can provide that info at certain later time. Well, keep watching more of such videos on different programming stuff. So I'm just kind of planning on different things. So keep watching on it. So I'm kind of hopeful that a lot of things are going to be very useful for you. Thanks for watching.